You spit on that
Yes, I did.
worker?
Yep. I don't care. I'd do it again. I'd do it again. I'll be on a couple hours. I'll be back.
Hey, everything you're saying is going to be seen by a judge. So
Oh, shoot.
relax.
I'm sorry.
I know you're pissed off.
I'm an influencer, and a lot of people know me. So, like, you think I'm gonna put my hoodie on?
On July 7th, 2024, officers responded to Tampa International Airport after a Frontier Airlines employee was spat on during a ticketing dispute. A passenger, identified only as Yvette, admitted to the act on camera, was arrested for simple battery and declared she would do it again while in handcuffs. Was a billing dispute worth a battery charge? Let's find out.
What's going on, guys?
I know what the I did.
Lower
I'm
your
sorry.
voice. I'm here to help you.
All right, I'm sorry,
going
right?
on?
So basically, we was downstairs getting our bags, right? So he trying to tell them that like we paid for our stuff. They trying to tell us we didn't. So they said she was like the girl. She was like, oh, y'all acting like $104 is that much. I'm like, I could pay that $104. Sorry, I'm just so mad. So I paid the $104, right?
Okay.
So now. I was not even really arguing with her, right? So at all. So she only canceled my ticket, only my ticket, and kept them two, right? So now we go upstairs. She was like, oh, we'll see what happened when you go upstairs. I'm like, what is that supposed to mean? And now we come up here and my ticket get canceled, and she tell me, oh, I gotta go to her. You know exactly what you did. Why would you tell me to go to her if you know you canceled my ticket?
We'll get it worked
And then
out.
after now they all want to act all delusional. She want to act delusional like she didn't know what she just did to my ticket. Like I was arguing with her. She wanted that
Let me see
reaction
what I
out
can
of
do
me.
to help you guys out. I need you to get
Nothing,
your ID.
just a refund.
Okay, just to get your ID. Okay.
They was down there too.
Okay.
She spit on 2 people.
Okay.
I didn't spit on 2 people.
It was one person.
It was one person.
Who'd you spit on?
I spit on the person. I spit on the girl that did that to my ticket. The one in the dreads, I spit on. I did. I was real mad. Because why would she do that to my ticket? Like I was arguing with her. That's not fair. How you gonna let 2 boys on there and me? She wanted that reaction out of the girl. Because you don't want the reaction out of the boys. Why you gonna do that to me? You know I'm gonna argue with you. I'm a girl right with you. Come on. Like let's be real here. How you gonna cancel mine?
I understand you got pissed off, but spitting on somebody.
I mean, I couldn't do nothing else, and she kept laughing in my face, so she wanted me to do something.
You call somebody for help. You call
Or hit her? You want me to hit her? Was she laughing in my face like it's a joke? It's not
on her
funny.
is the same as hitting her. Right. To be honest with you, it's still battery. So let me see what we can get worked out, okay? Just relax. Just listen. Just relax. We'll see what we're going to do with this, okay?
She's somebody.
I don't. All right, so who got spit on? So they were, let me make sure I got it right.
It started at the counter.
So they were mad, they started over here or down
At the ticket
ticketing?
counter, yeah.
Okay, so
They
she
were
was mad
acting like
because,
this at the ticket counter. And so,
why didn't they call them?
because she wasn't spitting, she was just talking.
She got spit on. And this girl just admitted to me that she spit on her. They canceled her ticket because they were angry about the difference in price in the ticket, in the luggage.
We unchecked her. Malaysia, the girl at the ticket counter unchecked her.
And you guys canceled her. The 2 guys can go.
We unchecked her.
What does that mean?
Her ticket is still there. She's just not checked in to board.
Okay. Yeah, with the bonnet on her head.
You're the one that got spit on?
Yeah.
You want to press charge?
Yep.
All right. Yvette,
Yes.
you spit on that
Yes, I did.
worker?
Yep.
Okay. You're going to be placed under arrest.
Okay.
Just set your stuff down for me. Put your hands behind your back. If you want him to take some of your stuff, that's fine.
Alright, so what's happening now?
Well, spitting on somebody is a battery, considered a battery, so it's going to be a simple battery. It's a misdemeanor charge. All right, she's going to be arrested. We might give her a notice. Do you live in Tampa here? Or?
No, I live in New York.
Okay, you're going to have to take a ride to jail.
Ride to jail?
Mm-hmm. And you'll be able to bond out. And then maybe if he's bonds.
The bond's usually like $500. It's usually $50 and a bail bondsman or whatever. But it's battery or something that, I mean, we got no leeway on this.
Yeah.
You know how long the whole process is going to be?
A couple hours. She'll be booked in a couple hours, and then she'll be able to do something later this afternoon, more than likely. But she'll have a bond as soon as she gets there. But the thing is, she has to go to the Orient Road Jail. She'll have to be processed, so that's an hour or two probably. Okay. All right.
Yeah. If you were from Tampa or right here local, we might be able to give you like a court date, that kind of thing. But being that you're not from this area, we don't have a choice as far as taking you there. Okay.
I'll take her down to see if Mike can transport.
Okay.
Mike.
Wait,
Maybe
transport?
it cost us
Yeah, they
to
arrested me.
pat her
Are you
down.
serious?
I don't care. I'll do it again. I'll do it again. It's not cute, but you acting like it. I don't care. She asked for it.
So what happens now?
She'll see transport somewhere.
To actually
So what's happening
jail.
with her? And how long does she get help for?
They
It's
said
usually
like
a couple
of
hours she'll be able to bond out. Her bond, it's just a misdemeanor.
Yeah,
Girl, you got some skinny arms.
I know, right? It's okay. I ain't gonna run. I ain't a criminal.
Listen, if there was something else we could do, we would. Trust me.
I know, right? You can. Don't post it though.
Hey, before we go anywhere, make sure you got nothing you ain't supposed to have before we go anywhere.
All I have
You
is my
no,
phone.
listen to me. I'm telling you that now because you get down there, this shit turns into a felony like that.
Yeah,
They don't
I know.
matter. Just little tiny things. Just think about it before we take you over there, okay?
Really don't got nothing though, but.
Okay.
Hey, you want to take this stuff? Because that's to the.
You keep your charger.
I know my charger, yeah, but
Which
that
one?
thing, that. Yeah, my phone is just in there.
What you got?
My phone is just in that pocket.
Your phone,
and
you
that's
want
it.
it to go with you.
Yes.
Yeah. And he's got your ID, so you got everything you need.
Okay.
Okay?
Tell my sister. Yeah.
All right.
Hey, Gary. Let me just take a picture of it, and then you can give it back to him.
I'll be on a couple hours. I'll be back.
Hey, everything you're saying is going to be seen by a judge. So
Oh, shoot.
relax.
I'm sorry.
I know you're pissed off, but just relax, because you just make it worse.
Hey, can you take my bonnet? I want to look pretty for my pictures.
You want it off? For sure.
Yeah. Oh, this is so embarrassing. Like, why do I have to have cuffs on?
You spit on somebody, girl. Come on.
Wait, he got my ID? Oh.
Yeah, we're gonna
Nothing to look at here, people.
just whatever you do, don't spit in. I know you're pissed off, but just
I
chill. You'll
know.
be all right. Just a misdemeanor. It's not a big deal.
Yeah. I ain't seen that.
You
If
hear
it was
me?
something crazy.
If there was,
then
listen,
yeah.
if there was something I could help you with, and I could just give you a ticket and you go do whatever, I would. But our hands are tied with stuff like this,
Yeah, I
especially when
know.
they say they want to prosecute.
She already, I already knew that she was going to say that. She knew exactly what she was doing. And I was dumb enough to go with it. It happens.
But in the future, so you know, spitting on somebody is the same thing as punching somebody's lights out. It's the same thing. It's the same charge. It's still a misdemeanor.
I mean, I'm an influencer and a lot of people know me. So, like, you think I can put my video on?
No, I know.
No. Okay. What if they take a video of me and put it on TikTok?
Well, hopefully they don't. You don't want that kind of stuff.
I don't.
Get it right.
Oh my gosh.
So, influencer, you talking about TikTok?
Yeah. social
I spend way too much time on TikTok.
I became a changed person, and I can't believe I did that.
You know, everybody's got a breaking point. I understand you were pissed off about the price change and all that stuff back and forth.
Price change.
But
She did it.
I got you. I got you. but it just isn't worth all of it.
Yeah, I know. Don't say once. He did say, you hit me.
An old guy would tell you, this is silly shit, right?
It is.
Where are you guys heading back to? You heading back to New York?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. What were you guys here for?
Their
Vacation?
family.
Oh, okay.
And when his mom find out this happened, she gonna be like,
Yvette's been alright. She knows she did a silly thing.
Yeah, we're done. Alright. It's okay though.
Shit happens, she knows.
It's okay.
All she has is a
Misdemeanor.
her ID and her phone. That's it.
I mean, I know.
She said she better. I told her she better not have any no-nos on her when she gets down there, because that's the man you'll make angry. And
I don't want to deal with none of that. I got nothing on me. I'm good.
so you said you're an influencer. You know what this is going to do?
Yes,
Influence people don't spit on people, right?
It's gonna get on my record too.
It's a misdemeanor. I mean, you can get it expunged or whatever, but it shows you get arrested. It shows you got arrested for a misdemeanor. Yeah.
Of course, they gotta say from an airport.
Right. All right, Trouble. Good luck.
Okay.
Now, let's break this down legally. Under Florida statutes, section 784.03 battery is defined as actually and intentionally touching or striking another person against their will. The Florida 3rd District Court of Appeal confirmed in Hernandez versus State, 2009, that spitting constitutes offensive bodily contact sufficient to satisfy every element of that statute. Intent was present. Contact occurred. Consent was absent. The moment saliva made contact with that employee, a completed misdemeanor existed under Florida law. No ambiguity, no exception. With the offense established, the question shifts to arrest authority. Under United States v. Watson, 1976, the Supreme Court held that a warrantless arrest in a public place is constitutionally valid when probable cause exists. Here, probable cause rested on 3 simultaneous pillars: a victim report, witness corroboration, and a direct on-camera admission from Yvette herself. Tampa International Airport is a public space. All 3 pillars were in place before the handcuffs came out. The Fourth Amendment was not violated. That brings us to a procedural question worth examining closely. Florida Statutes Section 901.28 permits officers to issue a notice to appear, a cite-and-release, rather than making a physical arrest for misdemeanor offenses. But that discretion is not unlimited. Officers may consider flight risk in that determination. Yvette was a New York resident with no community ties to Tampa. The Supreme Court settled any remaining doubt in Atwater versus City of Lago Vista, 2001, holding that custodial arrest for a minor criminal offense is constitutionally permissible, when probable cause exists regardless of the offense's severity. The physical arrest was legally sound. Now, consider the admissions, because this is where the evidentiary picture becomes decisive. Yvette made repeated voluntary statements before and after arrest, without any police questioning. Post-arrest, while in custody, she stated she would do it again. Under Berkemer versus McCarty, 1984, Miranda protections attach to custodial interrogation, not to spontaneous, unprompted statements. She was not interrogated. She was speaking freely. Under that standard, every admission she made is fully admissible in court, and the post-arrest statement speaks directly to willfulness, an aggravating factor. What the admissions could not resolve, however, is the question Yvette herself raised. Yvette alleged the airline employee had selectively canceled her boarding status, while allowing her male companions to proceed. If substantiated, that allegation could support a civil complaint under Title II of the Civil Rights Act of 1964, or a formal filing with the U.S. Department of Transportation. However, under Florida law, provocation, however genuine, does not eliminate criminal liability for offensive physical contact. A civil grievance and a criminal offense are 2 separate legal tracks. One does not cancel the other. Now, the grades. The lead officer receives a B+. Probable cause was firmly established before any arrest decision was made. Force was limited to soft restraint, consistent with the objective reasonableness standard, under Graham versus Connor, 1989. The pre-transport contraband advisory, while not legally required, reflected sound judgment that could have prevented a misdemeanor from converting to a felony at booking. De-escalation was sustained throughout. That said, the warning that all statements would be reviewed by a judge came after Yvette had already made her most damaging admissions. Earlier delivery could have materially shortened that evidentiary record. Extended informal exchanges post-arrest, while not unlawful, introduced optics that dilute the professional standard the footage otherwise demonstrates. Yvette receives a D. She committed an offense unambiguous under Florida Statutes Section 784.03, then provided the prosecution with everything it needs to prove it, on camera, voluntarily, and repeatedly. The post-arrest declaration that she would do it again is admissible evidence of willfulness and absence of remorse. At no point did she invoke her Fifth Amendment right to remain silent, a right that attaches immediately upon police contact, not only after Miranda warnings are formally administered. Compliance during handcuffing prevented physical escalation and is credited, but it does not offset the evidentiary damage created by her own unguarded statements. The legal exposure here was almost entirely self-inflicted. Before the closing, a few practical takeaways from what this footage illustrates. The right to remain silent is not a right that waits for Miranda. It exists from the first moment of police contact. What Yvette demonstrated, speaking freely, at length, without hesitation, is precisely the behavior that transforms a defensible case into an airtight one for the prosecution. Silence costs nothing. Every voluntary admission compounds the charge. This case also illustrates something courts have affirmed repeatedly. Emotional provocation, however real, does not create a legal defense to battery. When a private business wrongs a customer, the remedies are civil. A formal complaint, a consumer protection filing, a civil claim. The moment that grievance crosses into physical contact, the legal framework shifts entirely, and the original wrong becomes irrelevant to the criminal analysis. Finally, residency matters more than most travelers realize. Florida's Cite-and-Release statute offers discretion to officers, but that discretion contracts sharply when the suspect has no local ties. An out-of-state visitor who commits even a minor misdemeanor may face overnight detention where a local resident would receive a citation and a court date. Geography is a legal variable. It is worth knowing before the moment it applies. Let us know if there is an interaction or legal topic that you would like us to discuss in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to check out our second channel, Audit the Court, for even more police interaction and courtroom content.